sleep seems to be the cure for a lot of things. Like it seems to be the cure for like depression. It seems to be the cure for brain fog.
Yeah.
What is it about sleep correlated to like gaining muscle and losing fat? What is kind of like, maybe I guess you could say the science behind that?
Yeah. Well, sleep is pretty much, it regulates your entire body. Think of it as like when you go to sleep at night and you're plugging in your phone to recharge. If you don't plug it in to recharge, it's going to die.
Yep.
Same thing with your body. If you're not recharging your body, then you're not going to be efficient. You're not going to be able to do these processes and things throughout the day. You're not going to be sharp. Everything starts to break down. So sleep is literally where all the magic happens. You could be doing every single thing right in the gym to gain muscle and lose fat in your nutrition as well. You could be doing all the right things, but if you're not getting that sleep, none of that matters.
Yeah, I agree with that, by the way. Do you recommend, from what you've seen from your clients, like a good number of sleep that they have to get?
Yeah, I mean, the studies say it as well, and that's what I teach is 6+ hours a night. If you can, especially if you're lifting heavy and you're trying to maximize muscle gain, you need to make sure you're getting eight or more.
8 or more.
Yeah,
okay,
8 or more on average per night. And then quality of sleep is another thing. So you can still be getting 8 hours of sleep, but if you're like taking edibles or smoking weed, drinking alcohol, these things are all going to inhibit the quality of that sleep.
Yeah, funny thing is that like this is pretty much how I got sober and did martial arts and to Save My Life podcast. And what I figured was, or when I was getting drunk a lot, blacking out a lot, I was like, I'd go to sleep and I thought I'd get the proper sleep because I was just lights out. But what I actually came to find out, it fucked up my REM, like my rapid eye movement. And I was probably waking up in between and having a hard time going into deep sleep, which takes a while. So it's kind of like now that I'm sober, man, I feel fucking amazing. Obviously, along with my sleep stack with magnesium, apigenin, and all that stuff.
Nice.
Like sleep is so important. So I definitely agree with it.
Well, and it's funny because like a lot of people they'll stop drinking alcohol and stuff like that and start to see, and you'll probably find this too, is that now you don't need as much sleep to get the same type of recovery as you used to get. Now, if you even have more than that, you wake up and you just feel incredible. You recover really well. Your joints feel good. Your brain is sharp. You have a lot more energy throughout the day. But here's the funny thing is a lot of people will switch from alcohol and they'll switch to another crutch. Usually weed. Weed is proven, especially if you take it in any type of way around bedtime, it will keep you from getting good quality REM sleep. Your REM sleep dramatically drops. And that is the sleep that we all need the most. If you get a small amount of REM sleep, just a small increase in that REM sleep is more than just having hours more of non-REM sleep. REM sleep is like powerful. When you take like a nap in the middle of the day and it's only like 45 minutes, but you dream and you wake up and you just feel sharp and you're like, oh dude, I'm good to kill the rest of my day. So powerful REM sleep.
Because there was a lot of, maybe not so much now, but then there was a lot of signaling of, the hustle and grind culture. It's kind of like, you probably shouldn't take a nap because you only live once and you got to maximize your day. Dude, I'm a big napper, man. I'm a big napper.
I love naps, dude. I survive on naps.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
But actually now that I've really cut back on my drinking, because I drink very regularly and I'm open to people having that kind of lifestyle.
Sure.
You don't have to really cut all of it 100% to build fat and like have a lean body. But it does help a lot. It helps so much. And since I've started to do that, my productivity levels are way higher.
Yeah, like I always say on this podcast, everything in moderation, right?
Yes.
But that is the problem, is moderation. So for some people.
Yeah, but usually we start going, it's the slippery slope idea. It's like moderation's cool, but you're now at the steepest part of the slope and it's like you got to pull back.
Yeah, you're towing the line a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, then you go way too far. Now you're past moderation.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great information on sleep, by the way, because I'm glad a bunch of content creators that I watch, they're big on that. That's like the number one. Number one remedy for muscle gain
as
weight.
In my business, I tell my clients that's the number one supplement. If people ask me for my most important supplement for anything fitness and health related, building muscle, losing fat, any of that, I say sleep. But what about like? And I'm like, no, sleep. There's always a way. all of us, there's a way that we can improve our sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of us drink, most of us smoke weed, most of us don't block out the blue light before bed. All these things, eat too close to bedtime. That's a whole nother can of worms. Can you eat before bedtime? Can you not? How does that work?
Yeah. What's your basic remedy? Maybe not so like, name every supplement that you take, but what would you recommend for someone that has a hard time sleeping or is diagnosed with like hardcore insomnia? What steps can they take since sleep is the cause for gaining more muscle and losing fat? I think it's very important that we talk about it. So what would you recommend to someone that are in the beginning stages?
That could be a lot of things in play though as to why they're not sleeping well. So it's hard to name like one thing, but if I were to overgeneralize and just state one or two things, is I would state magnesium. Supplementing magnesium really helps to relax the muscles, relax the body. Magnesium is responsible for thousands of processes within your body that are like super crucial to your health and your sleep. Overall, magnesium is probably the number one.
This is right before bed, or is it just throughout the day?
Well, you will notice that your body will relax a little bit so that it can help you get into more of like a relaxed state before you go to sleep. So Perfect. Magnesium before bed. I know there are different kinds of magnesium, so I'm not really sure exactly which. I haven't looked into it. Which magnesium is the best for that? Yeah. And there probably is one, but everyone else can go and figure that out.
Yeah, exactly. Huberman talks about it. Yeah. He recommends 3 and 8. Okay. Magnesium 3 and 8, and then I've heard glycinate, but that's all across the board, like you said.
I use the glycinate right now at home, and that one makes me relax and it helps me sleep, and I sleep pretty deep. Yeah. I have some pretty dope dreams when I take magnesium before bed. If I have to wake up extra early, I sometimes will not take magnesium before bed just so it's easier to wake up because it helps me relax that much.
As long as they're not like wet dreams, right?
No, God, no. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
That's deep sleep,
My poor girlfriend.
Right. Sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I would have to go and sleep on the couch with the dog.
Okay, so you mentioned about you like weight training, right? Resistance training. So when I first started working out a while ago, and I'm sure this is for most people, they'll tend to look at cardio as a big weight loss kind of tool, right? That's what they'll look to first. Like they'll run on the treadmill, they'll look at their time, and then they'll say, yeah, I ran for 20 minutes. But the problem is it's almost like they're only losing like 300 calories, for a 20-minute fucking 10-mile run or something. Yeah. Why would you say that resistance training helps lose more fat than cardio?
Oh, that's easy. For a lot of people, it's not easy, and it's not.
People just hate to do weight training, by the way. That's probably why.
Yeah, they do. It's hard because you have to push yourself. Whereas easy, steady state cardio is easy, but it is a great form of cardio. If you're trying to get your activity levels up, then I would do steady state cardio. That's what I would recommend for somebody that is already very sedentary, that needs to just move the needle a little bit more and be more active. That's where I would start them. Yeah. But as far as what is the best way if someone is going to listen to everything I tell them to do to lose fat and build muscle, I would say that if they are limited on time, then they need to weight train the most. If it comes between doing the cardio and doing the weight training for a 30-minute period of time, and they're a very busy individual and they need to get their activity levels up, but they also want to gain muscle and lose fat, you need to weight train. Cardio, that's not going to be. Cardio is really good for heart health, lung health, and circulation. But in my opinion, that is not the best way for fat loss and muscle gain at all. It doesn't do it. It does not do anything to build muscle. Let's put it simply. Cardio can help you lose fat. Cardio cannot help you build muscle. Weight training can help you lose fat. Weight training can help you build muscle. But also what weight training does is it increases your testosterone levels and your growth hormone, which helps you build muscle. Which also at the end of the day, because muscle is an active tissue in the body, whereas fat is not, the more muscle you build, the higher your metabolic rate is going to be. So it also helps you to start burning more calories outside of the gym because you have more muscle. It's an active tissue that requires a lot of maintenance. Yeah. Okay, and your body wants to preserve muscle the best it can as long as you're giving it the protein to do so.
Yeah. I heard this guy, Dr. Mike, he was talking about, he's like some big YouTube guy, and he was asked, what is muscle or what is resistance training good for? And that's exactly what you said, losing fat, gaining muscle, and all the above.